Do you like soft cakes with a savory flavor? Try this one. It will definitely satisfy you. In terms of texture or softness, it is the best recipe we have fine-tuned. Moreover, it can be shipped at room temperature. Private kitchens can sell homemade versions without any problem. You can also make it in medium or large sizes. Or you can make it as a cheese chiffon cake. First, separate the eggs. I accidentally got a little bit of egg yolk in here. This is mainly because the eggs aren't fresh enough. Many students have probably encountered this. A situation similar to mine. How do you solve it? If you can, completely remove this little bit of egg yolk. Then you don't need to crack another egg. Missing even a tiny bit is not acceptable. The egg white portion will need to be replaced. It will affect your subsequent whipping. 40 grams of cheese. 28 grams of corn oil. It doesn't have to be corn oil, though. Any oil without a distinct flavor will do. 34 grams of milk. This is important. The oil and milk need to be at a warm temperature. Around 50 degrees is fine. Why do it this way? The main reason is to allow the cheese to fully integrate with them. If the liquid part is cold, then the mixture you whip will have cheese lumps. These lumps will cause your baked cake to have a less delicate texture. So this is a key point. Sift 34 grams of low gluten flour. Mix roughly, then add 36 grams of egg yolk. The final batter should flow smoothly when dripped. If it's too thick, then add a little milk to adjust. After freezing 70 grams of egg whites to icy granules, add 35 grams of granulated sugar. You can reduce the sugar, but don't reduce it by more than 10 grams. Otherwise, it will affect your whipping. It will also affect the texture and moisture retention of the cake. We will start whisking the egg whites on high speed. Once the meringue starts to show some lines, switch to medium speed. Continue to whisk. The lines in the meringue will become clearer. Then you can switch to low speed. Clean up the egg whites. To remove the small and large bubbles caused by whisking at high speed. The meringue whipped this way will be more delicate. The whipped meringue should have stiff peaks. Take a small portion and mix it with the egg yolk batter. Then pour everything back into the meringue. You can mix it however you like here. Whisking with a fork is fine too. Using a spatula works as well, as long as you're quick enough. I usually switch to a spatula at the end, to bring up the meringue stuck at the bottom of the mixing bowl. Bring it up. Mix until well combined. This is the final state of the cake batter. I suggest you make it a bit thicker. The state I'm in has been slightly overfolded. This has caused slight deflation. The flow rate is a bit fast, so I need to speed up my entire process afterwards. You can fill the mold about 8090% full. The oven I'm using today is the Chandi Cat Little Easy Pro. Set it to 130 degrees for both top and bottom heat, and bake for 25 minutes. Regarding this recipe, if you fill it completely full, you can make 40 pieces. Filling it 80% full can yield about 55 pieces. So some students ask, why you can make so many, and why the quantity I make doesn't match. It's mainly based on the size of your mold, as well as the amount of batter you fill it with. This cannot be completely fixed, because, like our handmade process, there will definitely be slight discrepancies. As for the size of the mold, I previously displayed it on the screen. Everyone, please take a look. This kind of mini cake is not prone to cracking or collapsing, so you can rest assured to do it. It's still relatively easy to bake. As for packaging, it has already been shown in the chocolate muffin cakes. I won't repeat it here.